Ben Yüzbaşı Esat Oktay Yıldıran, Diyarbakır Askeri Cezaevi İç Güvenlik Amiri. Sen beni iyi dinle. Bu cezaevinin kuralları var. Bu kurallara uyacaksın. Burası bir cezaevi değil, askeri bir okuldur. Kurallara uyarsan rahat edersin. Öyle komünizmdir, Marksizmdir, sosyalizmdir, Kürtlüktür. Böyle sapkın düşünceleri kafandan söküp atacaksın. Sen sökmezsen ben söküp almasını bilirim.
Ben özgürlük davası adına konuşuyorum. Ben halkımın özgürlük savaşçısı olarak sizin bu vahşi politikalarınızı protesto etmek için şu andan itibaren ölüm orucuna başlıyorum.
दोस्तों कुछ ही सालों पहले तुर्की में जो कि एक मुस्लिम देश है वहाँ जमीन से 12,000 साल पुराना एक मंदिर मिला जिसे गोबेकली टेपे कहा जाता है, जो कि इजिप्ट के पिरामिड से भी कई सदियों पहले बनाया गया था। पर ज्यादा हैरान करने वाली बात उसमें मिले खम्भों की है। खुदाई के दौरान जो खम्भे मिले उनकी आकृतियाँ बहुत कुछ कहती हैं। इस तस्वीर को देखकर कोई भी कह सकता है। यहाँ तक कि आप ध्यान से गौर करें तो आपको हाथों में वज्र भी दिखाई दे जाएगा। दोस्तों ये चित्र वारा अवतार की धरती को बचाने जैसा है और ऊपर 5 देवता 5 तत्वों की रक्षा करने के लिए धन्यवाद देते प्रतीत होते हैं। यह चित्र भी वारा अवतार और हरणाक्ष के युद्ध सा प्रतीत होता है और यह चित्र भी समुद्र मंथन के लिए देव और दानव भगवान विष्णु के कच्छप अवतार के साथ खड़े होते प्रतीत होते हैं। दोस्तों इस खंबे को भी भगवान नरसिंह जो कि खंबा तोड़कर ही प्रकट हुए थे उनसे तुलना की जा सकती है। आपकी इसमें क्या राय है हमें कमेंट सेक्शन में जरूर बताएं।
Merhaba friends, interesting Turkish traditions you need to know about, whether you're a tourist visiting the country or a local looking to connect with your roots. Tradition number 1. The Evil Eye. The evil eye is a superstitious belief that dates back to ancient times and is still prevalent in Turkish culture today. It's believed that the evil eye can cause harm and misfortune, so people wear talismans as blue glass beads or nazar charms to ward off the curse. You'll see the evil eye symbol everywhere in Turkey, from homes and shops to jewelry and clothing. Follow for the best Turkey experience.
This isn't dough, it's ice cream. And yet it's chewy, stretchy, doesn't melt like regular ice cream, and is often cut with a butcher's knife instead of scooped. It's called marash dondurma. Marash ice cream has 3 main ingredients that contribute to its distinguishing features and taste. The first is the milk. The second ingredient is the sweetener. But the third ingredient is where the real magic happens.
Dondurmanın en büyük katkı malzemelerinden bir tanesi salep. Salep, yabani orkidenin kök kısmıdır. Dondurmaya o elastikiyeti, o aromayı salep verir.
In addition to the salep, hand churning the ice cream is crucial.
Dondurmayı ne kadar çok karıştırırsanız dondurma daha elastiki olur.
Did you know that the adhan was once banned in Turkey? For many years, Turkish Muslims were called to pray not in the way that the Prophet ﷺ and his companions were, but in a Turkish translation. Even the word Allah was translated. In 1932, the Prime Minister and founder of the Turkish Republic, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, banned the Arabic call to prayer. It wasn't until 18 years later that the ban was overturned. Banning the adhan was one of the many ways Ataturk tried to cut ties with Turkey's Ottoman past and secularize the country.
Under the guidance of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, Turkey turned to the West. A modern Western alphabet replaced the old Arabic script. Western dress was adopted, the fez abolished.
Despite the ban, some continued to recite it in Arabic, leading to further crackdowns. Police were posted at the doors of mosques, and anyone caught could face up to 3 months in prison or be fined. Some protested by travelling around the country reciting the adhan, while others made sure children memorized it. In 1949, 2 men, Muhyiddin Ertuğrul and Osman Yaz, recited the adhan from the gallery of the National Assembly during a legislative session. But it wasn't until a year later, when Turkey's first democratically elected prime minister came to power, that the ban was finally overturned. In fact, it was the first thing Adnan Menderes did as prime minister.
Türk milleti Müslümandır ve Müslüman kalacaktır. Bu memlekette din hürriyetine tecavüz etmek kimsenin haddi değildir.
The ban was finally lifted on June 16th, 1950, one day before Ramadan. Today in Turkey, the adhan is called out 5 times a day in more than 80,000 mosques all across the country.
Why is Kurdish banned in Turkey? If you're curious about why the Kurdish language is banned in Turkey, you're about to uncover a complex and long-standing issue. Let's break it down step by step. To start, the ban on Kurdish is deeply rooted in Turkey's history and its policies of nation-building. When the Republic of Turkey was established in 1923, the government saw ethnic diversity as a threat to the state's integrity. The Kurds, being the largest non-Turkish ethnic group, were a primary target of these policies. The Turkish government implemented a radical program aimed at assimilating Kurds into Turkish culture. This included labeling Kurds as Mountain Turks and claiming their language was just a deviation from Turkish. The terms Kurds, Kurdistan, and Kurdish were even outlawed, and Kurds were often referred to as barbarians or people lacking culture. One of the key laws that enforced this ban was Law No. 2932, passed in 1983. This law declared that the mother tongue of all Turkish citizens is Turkish and prohibited the use of any language but Turkish as a mother tongue. It also banned all publishing in Kurdish. In education, the use of Kurdish is strictly prohibited. The Constitution and various laws, such as the Foreign Language Education and Teaching Law, specify that only certain languages like English, French, and Turkish can be taught in schools. Requests to teach Kurdish courses have been consistently denied by the Education Ministry. Even in public discourse, the use of Kurdish is heavily restricted. Since 2017, all text and fonts in print media, except for advertisements, must be in Turkish. This has led to the closure of most pro-Kurdish and Kurdish language media outlets, and many journalists have been imprisoned for using the Kurdish language. Publishers also face significant challenges. They are often forced to exercise self-censorship to avoid fines and closures, avoiding works with pro-Kurdish content that might draw legal action. Possessing certain Kurdish language books can even be considered evidence of membership in a terror organization. The current leadership in Turkey has continued and intensified these policies. President Erdogan's alliance with ultra-right groups has made him the most anti-Kurdish leader in Turkish history. His rhetoric has fueled hate crimes against Kurds and restricted public events and rallies in Kurdish provinces. In summary, the ban on Kurdish in Turkey is a result of historical and ongoing efforts to suppress Kurdish identity and culture, enforced through strict laws and policies that prioritize Turkish as the sole official language. This has had a profound impact on the lives of Kurds in Turkey, limiting their ability to use their mother tongue in education, media, and public life.
The Kurdish people are one of the world's largest ethnic groups without a country of their own. This has made them vulnerable to persecution, mass displacement, and ethnic cleansing. Though they practice a handful of religions, the majority are Sunni Muslims. Their ethnic origins are thought to be Indo-European and Persian, not Arab. After World War I, the Allied powers carved up the former Ottoman Empire and promised the Kurds a state. That never happened. The Kurds are displaced throughout what is called unofficial Kurdistan, an area that roughly includes parts of Turkey, Iran, Syria, and Iraq. Most live in Turkey, and in Iraq, they have a semi-autonomous government. Now, with instability raging across Syria and Iraq, the possibility of a Kurdish state, at least in Iraq, is closer than ever.
Subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook.